Luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New York Giants. This one taken from the 7. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 74 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
There you go. Go ahead. Check back. We're going to 52. Check.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 27 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Check man. Kill. Take four. Now.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 6-6. Pull it high.
Throwing, Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people get credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 2nd down and 4, Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Lets it fly deep for Cobb, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big 1st down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Watch the air. Going to 53. Rush in. Rush in. Rush 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Flushed out right. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, line 8. Set. Here we go, 46. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
70, Indy, Leo.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off. But he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Shoot! Watch the shoot! Switch!
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the count, and he takes off with it. It's a fake. There he goes, right side. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On third down, Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On second down now, it's Elliott. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Got one. Check three. Go to 54. Why? Check 24. Hustle. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick back in 2016, started all 48 games in his first 3 years in the NFL, and now making start number 49 to kick off 2019. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Prescott now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Now Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked out by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. A first down carry by Elliott. Able to power through. Power running by Zeke. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Prescott on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They give it off here to the tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jones. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Hey, number 8's coming. Number 8's Mike. Hey, defense, let's go.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. The ball. Defense.
The toss out to Barkley. That's some strong running. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 25.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check 3. Check 26.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throwing, Prescott, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Lorenzo Carter. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Tate. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see today. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the 3rd quarter in Tampa. And now that one really widening up. The Bucs have just scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Well, the spark that ignited the Cowboys-Giants rivalry goes back to 1960 when Dallas's first head coach and former New York Giants assistant Tom Landry brought his 0-10 rookie squad into Yankee Stadium that game would finish a 31-31 tie, the only non-loss in the expansion Cowboys' first season. 6 decades later, still one of the most heated rivalries in the NFL. Heck, even Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett spent 3 seasons in a Giants uniform. And Dallas leads the overall series, including the last 4 meetings. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a...
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Jones throwing on first down. And this is Shepard on the catch. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Hey, 47.
Throwing on second down. Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 30 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Marr now to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. from the 24. They'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. Going to throw again. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
A 1st down run by Barkley, unsuccessful, as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. 2nd down and goal. Jones. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Hey, exit. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Go, go, go. Ready.
On 4th down, Jones. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Prescott now from the 50. And that's Elliott, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Well, Prescott here to throw. There goes a deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 31 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They come out here in the eye. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Cooper was the target there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I absolutely love that play call there. They just came off of a big play. They've got momentum in their direction, and they come back and take the shot at the end zone, just unable to complete it. I love their aggressiveness.
And you feel like the defense, a sigh of... And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And oh, he coughed it up. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. That's complete left side to Shepard. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
50, keep 15, squeeze.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing here, Prescott. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown.
Nice job, Travis. Keep going.
Jason Witten there to make the grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
42. Giants 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2.
All day, baby, all day. S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W.